So if you want to see how to change smoke detectors and smoke detector batteries, this is for you. When I was a little kid, I actually had a lamp that sat on top of my bed. It fell off, and this is back when we had regular incandescent lights, so they got real hot. Not the new LEDs or anything like that. And it actually caught my bed on fire. And luckily for me, my father had a very small bladder and had to go to the bathroom quite frequently, and he would always check on us. And he caught me while my mattress was on fire, and I did not have any burns from that. But if he didn't catch me and he didn't have smoke detectors, you could easily see how that may have led to something more traumatic. So every 6 months you want to change out your smoke detector batteries. Reason for that is, well, one, if you don't, you'll start getting reminded through the chirping, and you'll be woken up and you might have a dog jump in your bed because, you know, they don't like the noise, or your kids might wake up. The other thing is you don't want to have non-working smoke detectors have a fire and then nobody gets woken up and nobody can get out of the house quick enough. So this morning I got woken up to a couple of these chirping, so it's about time to change the batteries. It's good to do that about every 6 months is what they suggest. So it's been longer than that, but they give you a little warning sign when they start chirping. So I got woken up this morning as one of these started to chirp, which means since I've replaced all the batteries at the same time, they're all probably close to dying. It's a good idea to replace your batteries and your smoke detectors approximately every 6 months, or at the very least when you start hearing them chirp, make sure you replace them. So I'm just pulling them out. I have these little safety devices that pop out so that if you don't put a battery back in, when you go to close it, it won't, so you won't be able to mount it. So that way you know that there's a battery in each one of them. So what I'm going to do is just go through and replace each one of these, make sure that the positive and negative line up, and you're going to have to depress this for this type of model, and it should chirp. And then you can go and easily just depress the button. You're just going to depress the button and it'll give it a test. You know that it works, it's good to go. And then just do that for the rest of them. Just depress that. So you just want to make sure that the positive negative line up, and when you put the battery in, you're going to want to depress that little safety lever there as well. And it's good to have this tag underneath. That way it's easy to remove the battery later when you need to replace it. Make sure you replace your smoke detectors, batteries, and test them at least every 6 months. They say to test weekly, but a lot of us forget about that sort of thing. So at least replace the batteries, and when they start to chirp, please replace the batteries and don't just take the battery out.